Hey everyone, D-Dub Squizzy here. Welcome back to Civ 3 World War II. Alright, gonna have to... How far can these guys... That's reasonably far, actually, for a fighter. I know it isn't as far as some of the others, but it isn't bad. We're actually getting a few of these guys out, which is pretty cool. Is T-Book the farthest? Cairo, probably. Yeah, we'll go with Cairo. That'll do. I don't know exactly... They have 8 hit points? My word. These things are brutal. I read that in reality, that some of these things, or at least planes very similar to these, actually got off the ground. But more people died as a result of accidents during takeoff than actual combat. Apparently, the first jet fighter did not have all the kinks worked out of it. Also there. Alright, well, once we get all these rally points set, this will always go a lot faster in the future. How can they all get to the same location, but none of them can get farther? This is weird. Alright, there might be some noise, too. You go ahead and guess why. But nothing I can do about it, unfortunately. Alright. Yeah, they can only reach that, right? I always want them to go further. Seriously, just one more space for these planes would be such a big difference. Imagine actually being able to go where you need them to be. Now, where were we getting bombed again? It was around here, right? Yeah, we'll just put them up in Oklahoma City, that's fine. Alright. New targets. I have Dorniers here. There we go. Now we can see everything. Come on now. There we go. See, I knew they were stalling for that. Again. I think I'm going to not bomb Miami until my troops are closer. That's probably smarter. Really? How are we not hitting this guy? You know what? We'll kill you too. Oh wow, we actually took it out. Holy smokes. Yeah, we should be able to do that. Just take the thing. Alright, Jacksonville's ours. Yep, it's gonna be 2 turns, it looks like, before we can actually hit Miami. Oh well. Alright, Stug there. I really don't believe I'm gonna need that many, but we'll go anyway. So I've been keeping an eye on the water all this time in case that Iowa comes swinging around. Turns out, I probably don't even need to because the Italians wouldn't let it happen. Somehow, the Italians are what's holding it back. You know what? I should probably focus more planes on these surrounding troops. Because I do intend to destroy both this Jackson and this Wolverine this turn, before they have a chance to garrison anything. There we go. Alright, we'll leave the soldiers alive. I don't remember if we hit Raleigh at all. Sorry about my voice and possibly my throat. I don't think I'm getting sick again. I've been sick 2 or 3 times recently. But it is bothering me. Okay, it would appear they do in fact, well, at least they had planes in there. Okay, that was it though. Let's destroy whatever plane they have here. I don't know where their bombers are, but I know they're going to run out of good fighters if I just keep hunting them down. And I can always pump out more 88s, and I've already got more than I need down here. I just need to find and destroy everything they do have. Okay, I think we've probably got it. Oh yeah, I forgot about that stack. Let's hit Little Rock first, see if we can take it. And then I can use my troops in the region to clear out the others. Although, you know what would make this a lot easier? Is if we could hit our target at all. I would like that a lot. There we go. Okay, I think they only have one more Wolverine with a hit point. And then maybe just the 1 infantry? Looks like it. 1 unfortified infantry. There we go. Okay, I know I have more than enough 88s in that area. Could draw out what's in Nashville, but I think that's a waste of time. Instead, we'll... or not Nashville. What am I thinking? I was thinking Cincinnati. Did I say Nashville? Did I say Cincinnati? I'm not sure. I think it's a waste of time, though. There's several other cities around it. It'd be unnecessary losses. I can't properly capitalize yet. So instead, we'll hammer Nashville. And whatever soldiers are around it. Well, maybe not. Actually, I'm going to turn on battles real quick. And we're going to have this out at Little Rock, so I know where the lines fall. Panther. Thank you. Okay, they do have some actual infantry in here. I only got the 1 Panzer Grenadier. Let's use a Stug. It's gonna stay here to fortify afterwards anyway. Boom. Oh wow. That gives us a lot of territory. Okay. Let's see. Still definitely, it's nowhere near close enough to actually take it. We can, however, possibly kill all the troops in both of those areas. Oh, battles. And is that a grassland then? Yes, okay, so we'll send a guy here to kill that. A bunch of guys will jump here, and then the following turn, they should be able to take it. That'll work. Wow, that you might hear something significant there. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna focus the rest of our planes on Nashville until it's down, and then I'll redirect elsewhere. Alright, well, I guess we focus on the rest. I'll do that too. Just so he doesn't get any bright ideas. And I think having no one guarding that radar tower down there will sort of force the AI to send someone out to garrison it. Yeah, that is just forest. I was going to use my artillery for this, but I don't really have a reason not to use the planes, do I? I don't think they're slowing down quite a bit here. Things are not slowing down on my channel. Well, depends on how you look at it, I guess. I mentioned a few episodes ago that whole copy strike thing was still ongoing. And, like, one of my disputes, they just let lie and it dismissed on its own. One of the disputes, they they fought against several times, but then they let it go right as that video was going to be taken down and my channel struck. And they did that because I asked them to. Well, there was still another one that they were still fighting back on. After they released that claim, they were still fighting back on a third one. That was exactly the same situation, nothing different on it. So I got in touch with them again and asked them again, hey, please, stop this. It's not right. It's incorrect. And unfortunately, that time, they did not listen. So... Oh, there's 2 Jacksons in there? Really? So I am now down a video and up a copy strike on my channel. So that's fun. This one they actually pushed through. I still haven't gotten a response on that second one. They didn't even tell me, no, we're going to keep the claim. They just didn't answer me this time. Because they figured they had stooped to my level quite enough with the one response. But the other, the other fraud that they commit, that's fine. They don't have to deal with that. It is so deeply frustrating. I don't get anything out of this. I do it because it's fun, because I enjoy it. I like making content here. I like recording videos and sharing games that I really like to play with other people. You can see these fun things that I at least think are fun. I enjoy it. That's literally the only thing I get out of this is fun. And the fact that me doing that is at the whim of some stupid French music company that can just sort of step in, decide out of the blue, we're going to take your video, even though you have never even interacted with any music that we have anything to do with. We're just going to say you did. And YouTube's response to that is to just say, yep, whatever you say. You can submit a counter notification to YouTube and explain yourself, so I did. They rejected it within like 1 hour and said, no, you didn't really explain yourself well enough. Why should you be able to keep up what they have? And for some reason, nothing in their system is based around the idea of a fraud. Never does it even seem to enter into the mind of YouTube that someone could lie. It's enraging. Like, there's no option to respond to them with, it's wrong. Like, the claim is just incorrect. You can't say that. There's no way to say that. So I'm just sort of stuck with no other way around it. No fix. No nothing. Just goodbye to that video. It's deeply demoralizing. Because again, it's not like it's in any way legit. It's not like I did use someone, like, I accidentally used, I think Universal Studios has some music that I used accidentally. In a playthrough of a Neverwinter Nights module called Galen Saga. It's one of the most popular modules. Anyone who knows Neverwinter Nights probably has heard about it. I played through it on my channel in the very last episode, because that one of those is the one they took down. I think episode 4 in that series. They just took it off of YouTube now. Suppose I could re-upload it. I doubt they'll flag it again, but they might. They seem to do it at random, because the music track that they're locating and claiming is theirs appears in multiple videos. Almost all of them, because it's just part of Neverwinter Nights' soundtrack in battle, so it appears all the time. Well, the final episode of that, when you're at, like, the penultimate battle in the enemy stronghold, basically, right up at the end, there's a scene, it enters a cutscene, and it plays music very different from the music across the rest of that game. I was completely caught off guard by it. Because it has some original music, but that was something else. I had never heard it before. Turns out, it is pulled directly from, I think it's like a Hansel and Gretel thing or something, owned by Universal Studios. It's just straight up from their movie. And so when YouTube claimed it, what answer could I possibly give other than, yeah, no, that makes sense. That's 100% Universal. It's like when Disney hit me for using Star Wars music in my Republic at War videos. Yeah, that makes sense. But this is just ridiculous. These other companies are able to just walk in and take what they want, and sucks to be you. It's wrong. It should not be happening. It's completely immoral that they're allowed to do that, and that someone like YouTube acts as the arbiter of them instead of the person who is being victimized. You know what? I'm not going to have one of these guys kill him. I want to keep the Panzer Grenadier here, so I guess... yeah, I guess a 3G. That'll do. Kill that. Alright, Denver. I think it's about time you paid the price for your existence. Ouch. Typical. I should have bombed with one of these first. I forgot I even had them. Of course, there's still an interceptor up in Salt Lake. Let's just try to kill it. Come on. There we go. If that hasn't killed it, it's injured enough that it's not going to be a problem, I think. That was all of them? That was fast. looks like the lines aren't going to move a whole lot this turn. And unfortunately, like, yeah, there's no way I can get to Denver very quickly. It's going to take 2 or 3 turns no matter what. Figure, though, we'll just take our 87Bs back. The fighting doesn't seem to be happening over in the west, and the cities just get too far apart for it to matter. Like, the Seattle area, there's a couple that they could get some use in, but that's it. I doubt we're going to face much up there anyway. And we have the Japanese to help support us, so I'm good in that department. You think Italy ever builds things in Ethiopia and then launches them out into the Indian Ocean? Like, I'm fairly certain it'd take forever, but I'm pretty sure they can build battleships down here. They're connected to all of my cities through roads. I'm curious how their C2s got out here and are still healthy. Like, I remember a few of their ships escaping a long time ago. I let them out through the Mediterranean, specifically to go mess with America, but that was before I did any work on America. They still had a dozen Iowas and just dozens of bombers. They would have destroyed. I remember actually seeing the Italian ships go right past Ponta Delgada and then immediately returning badly injured. I don't remember if I let them back in or not, or if they just managed to get in anyway, but I don't know how they have 3 full health C2s. I don't know when those escaped. But C2s have enough movement that they could have just slipped through the Gulf, or not the Gulf, the Strait when I wasn't paying attention. Like, normal battleships couldn't make the trip, neither could transports, because they wouldn't get far enough out that when I kicked them out, they would go back to their own side. But I think C2s have 7 movement or something, so they might have been able to get into the Atlantic, and then when you kick them, they actually end up in the Atlantic, instead of back in the Mediterranean. That's my assumption, and I must just not have noticed. I'm going to hit these guys one more time, just to be sure. Alright, we're going to move up to here. And we're going to hit Crescent City. You know, we're not going to actually take it, because we can't. But we're going to hit it alright. Can't reach Portland from here. We can, however, start hitting Idaho if we want to. Hey, a garrison. That's where one of the garrisons is? I figure I could just reduce its population. Okay, I think we've done enough damage there. You know, I don't know much about the Dakotas, though I am American. I don't really know about them much. Is there a reason nothing... Like, South Dakota actually that small in population that it would not even get mentioned? I figured Idaho is one of the smallest states, as population-wise, in the entire Union. We only get 2 reps, which I'm pretty sure is like the minimum for states. Maybe states can have 1. I don't know if any of them do. But I thought that was like the minimum. People always talk about how, you know, unpopulated Idaho is, that it's just no one lives there, which is reasonably fair. Wow, they have a cavalry guarding that? I think we just don't bomb anything now. This would hit you. Always down to kill guys. There we go. Yeah, I think the rest of these are just going to stay here. Okay, those guys are all dead. don't even know what to do with these. I don't need anyone in Jacksonville because we can already hit everything else. I don't know. Go over to here. Still gives good coverage, but also keeps them separate. More Messerschmitts. Alright, they can make it as far as Bamako. Athens will work. I might as well fly one or two out here, especially the ones that are this close. Oh, what am I doing? There we go. Oh wow, I got one right here. More 88s? Must be. Hi, buddy. Yeah, the rest of you are good. Do I have more Falk Wolves? Get me eyes down there. Okay, they had one bomber and one interceptor, and naturally he's the one we hit. I'm going to use these so I can get them cleared out, and they won't be interfering with my other bombing runs. There we go. We're going to be on Prince Rupert first, and it's got planes. Important planes that somewhat scare me. For that reason, we're going to level it. There we go. Blew up one of them, either the Halifax or the Lancaster. I'm assuming it was the Lancaster. Wow, something in there is pretty tough. I guess they could have flown a bunch of planes in. I'm almost certain they don't have this many Matildas under that thing. What the? Did I just bomb the middle of nowhere? What was that? Okay, there we go. We punched through them. I don't know if they flew a bunch of fighters in. They probably did. They take them from other nearby areas and bring a bunch of them in. AA, not sure if that's 1943 infantry or actual flak, because the Canadians have a habit of building lots of flak. It's really quite frustrating. It's going to take a few turns for my tanks to get down here, and even once they do, the march to Chippewa Yard's not going to be fast, but we'll get in there, we'll take them down. Alright, whatever plane was in there, we just destroyed it. There could have been more than one, I guess. I'm assuming... yeah, we just destroyed another. I'm assuming those are fighters. That's another. Oh, there's a road up there. If the Americans reach that road, they will very quickly get back in the fight. Plus, that thing might be supplying actual luxuries to the enemy. There's a road that trails off this way. I assume it goes up. Oh, these might circle around too. No, it doesn't go that way. Maybe it just goes that far and no further. I'm not sure, that's weird. It is nice actually bombing these guys again. I think I was a fool for just leaving their troops at Peace River unbombed for so long. Planes are cheaper than units out here. But I don't think it'll matter in the long run. Even if we're forced to hunker down and just withstand American soldiers for a while, without proper cities to heal in, they'll recover their forces very slowly. And in the time it takes them to do that, my army from the south will actually arrive in Canada anyway. I don't think there's any way they will even significantly hinder us, short of keeping our forces busy for like 2 or 3 turns to wipe them out. And that's if they came at me in force. Yeah, that's a 1943 infantry, alright. And they're building more. Is this aluminum or is this Britain? Okay, that's aluminum. All the Britain might be around, like, Ottawa. Yeah, there's some Britain. Alright, well, I'm not going to leave them with all those citizens when I can knock them down. So that's what we're going to do. Also, I am still hitting someone under there. Excellent. Yeah, the rest of these guys are going to stay here for now. Just keep an eye above us. No surprise attacks, please. Oh no, okay, that does keep going. So yeah, that curves up for the furs, clearly. That luxury is probably one of the only things keeping Britain in the war. Alright, yeah, we can't reach yet, so we just stay here. These guys are going to mass here. I might want more planes to be able to, let's see here. I might want some that can get over to St. John's quickly, in case of emergencies. I know I've got quite a few on standby. I might need more, though. Huh. I think that's it for this city. Yep. We're really gonna industrialize this jungle. You know, the game will end before anyone sees it. We're gonna turn South America into a paradise. I'm sure that's what Germany would have done if they had won World War II. I like how I still have named infantry divisions, the 257th there, that have not leveled up at all. Like, this war has gone on for years. And there are still some who've seen close to no action. Alright. So let's see. That's just a bunch of HQs. I guess this could help clear out a few Wolverines. Oh, I got Panzers. Okay, we're good. Here, I'm gonna turn battles back on. You're gonna start massacring. Okay, I think all three of them definitely want to move in and heal. Oopsie. Wait, you. Let's see, a few of these things are injured, but it's not all of them. Security division can stay here, I guess. The rest should probably keep moving. I could leave an 88. Actually, I might as well leave all of them. These troops are going to start their march. At the very least, we can sort of harass the enemy. They should probably have something that can actually also defend it. I was thinking in terms of just planes, but I forget the Brits do have mildly threatening tanks. I would like to avoid the attention of those. few spots left in here. I guess they might as well go jump on the boat. Why are you chopping down a forest? I have too many workers. I'm going to send this here just to make sure we can always actually cross that. You know, I should probably move my fleet, assuming that I didn't exhaust all their movement, away from St. John's Port. I'd like to avoid an open confrontation with 4 lions, and I'm pretty sure they're getting ready to leave St. John's. And if they leave, like, generally nothing stops the convoys from going where they want to go, even destroying their ships. They'll just keep moving as long as something is still there. So I think that if they decide their convoy is full and they're leaving, and my stuff is in the way, they will just, like, ram right through it. And oftentimes when the game does that, it can cheat and just continuously attack, so I never know what's going to happen. So I should probably make sure that that thing is clear so I don't lose my entire fleet immediately for no reason. Although I have Hindenburgs, so I doubt we just immediately roll over and lose. But there are 4 of them, and lions are really strong. So we should probably move. And then, if I'm wrong, and they aren't getting ready to leave, we don't lose anything, and we'll take them all out in the next turn. Okay, back to the infantry. Let's see. I think I'm going to send panzers. We'll clear out these guys. Oh, no, they're out of movement. Yeah, come on up here. Might as well join the rest. 1 new German infantry? That's sort of odd. Alright. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unfortunate. We're not going to be able to push all the way, not with our infantry. What else is in here? Okay. Well, I mean, we've got more panzers and stuff, right? To take out the panzer grenadiers, the actual panzers. All of these guys should have basically full health. Let's move them all up here. You can fortify, as can you. One, two, three, four, five, six. Actually, yeah, we're going to want these to stay there. One hit point down is not that bad. Here, we'll take one 3H. Just because I might as well finish these off. No reason to let them go back into circulation when I can stop them from doing anything at all. Is that a security? Yeah. I don't know if one is already headed up to Reno. Alright, another convoy done. Let's see. The guy is already here, so I'll just take the tank out now. So that's all of them. Okay, there's a pile of panzers that still have to leave through that. But these transports can take the rest of those guys. There are 1, 2, 3, and then a whole bunch. Okay, so the second convoy coming down here with security divisions to pick up other stuff. Yeah, no, that's legit. Alright. So people are healing there. Ooh, more tanks. Man, it's like a surprise. Every time I take my fighters out, or my bombers, I'm just left with all the fun surprise of discovering which units are ready to go again. I want another group heading to St. Louis before too long. Cutting up into America's heartland. More infantry. Got a bunch of SS, I might as well get them out of here. Covering panzers in a bunch of these locations. You're good to keep moving. Did I have panzers down here? No. Oh, oh my word. Wake these guys. Do I have a security division here? I don't somehow. Wake them too. Okay, well, I guess... Oh, I have an 88. That'll stay here. There we go. Some of you guys, you'll all head out with the infantry. 88 is staying there. I think everything else has 2 movement. All of this will head up here. That's huge, I forgot about that. Alright, is that all my infantry? And tanks, apparently. I think we got well enough control of the Gulf. I don't really have to worry about attackers. Mostly I'm just leaving things around because I'm lazy and I don't want to micromanage all of it. It's not like it matters anymore anyway. It's so exhausting having to push these things all the way to the end. Alright, let's... Yeah, battles are on. My forces... Okay, they're ready to actually start moving next turn. I think I will need most of them for Fort Chippewyart, but I might have a bunch of them head down to Edmonton. I'd like to make progress in all directions if possible, since it's going to take forever in the west. This is what I was forgetting. Die. Might be a mistake, but I'm okay killing them. There, you can come out here and guard with us. In fact, next turn, they might be able to double-team this thing. A few more American soldiers dead, that's helpful for me. Alright. Yeah, let's jump over to next turn. Boy, North America is looking different. Wow! They're using their artillery offensives on them. Where in the world is that coming from? It can't be Salt Lake. That one was probably Cheyenne. Okay, it's impossible to tell. Well, I guess they have enough range and we're getting deep in. These could all be coming from the actual East Coast at this point. I shouldn't be surprised anymore. I'm just shocked they're building planes and not, like, soldiers. Given how few people they have, you'd think they couldn't afford it. That's a waste of time, though. I have too many 88s for them to ever chew through. Even assuming each one of these immediately killed an 88, wouldn't matter. It's like 20, and I have 400 out here, or more. And I've got, what, 1,000 of the things total? More than 1,000? Oh, hey, buddy. At least they are fighting back. Like, they're not just rolling over and taking this. Gotta give them credit. But it looks like they're depleting their tanks. I'm just seeing infantry now. They're trying to get at my injured stuff. They should be trying to stop the stacks. But the computer can't see that far ahead. More Jacksons, are you kidding me? I hate those things. Ouch. Ouch. Militia. Okay, well, Britain didn't do much. Their ships did not leave. This means Crescent City is going to be freshly beaten for us. Thank you, Japan. Well, that makes that easy. I think I'm going to see how the fight at St. John's goes before I'm done. I want to know if we can actually do this. If we're going to win when I attack. That way there's no suspense. Are those transports? I think those are transports. Those are the ones that came through the Atlantic and I stopped them. Can't let them travel through the Pacific either. I've got a pretty good stranglehold on the whole region. Wow, they're just making this very easy. My allies are actually being allies. Man, remember when there was fighting in Europe? It's been peace for years. We haven't even hit 1944. And Europe is at peace completely. Yeah, coal plant. Quelling lots of resistors around here. Whoa, they can make SS Panzers that fast. 8 turns might not seem very fast. That's pretty quick for an SS Panzer. That means they can make other stuff a lot quicker. Okay, so far I think there are 4 pollutions. Trying to remember them all so I don't get caught off guard after. Casablanca's getting pretty big. You know what's enraging is that in all this time, Italy has still not ever cleaned up that pollution that's right outside the Yugoslavia. It's like right there, and they just won't do anything about it. I hate it. Yeah. Hospital. Wow. There's a lot of pollution in Sweden. What are they doing up there? I don't want paratrooper planes, no. I don't know why the game tries so hard to get me to build paratrooper planes. Of all things, why those? They're like the single most useless unit. Okay, wake you. You definitely have some work. Wake you up. There's 1, 2 up in Sweden. But it looks like I just have the 1 worker. No, I got 2 up here. One's not going to make it very fast, though. I know there was pollution somewhere in Siberia. Here we are. You. Had 1 down here. Yes. Was that it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm pretty sure that was all of it. Alright, well, you guys had 1 offensive and you used it wrong, so let's see how this goes. Yeah, battles are still on. Let's hit him with the 4 F2s, I guess. I expect we'll lose a few units. These guys are fast, they got a solid defense, and there's a pile of them in here. And it's got a 15 population. So far, these things are performing very well. Wait, is this Britain? This is Britain. I was wondering how they were building actual British infantry here. How many more men do they have in there? Lots of planes, 2 injured ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more healthy. 2, 3, 4, 5. Eek, this is going to be cutting it real close. As long as we can, at the very least, injure them badly. I think we can do this. We have to win several of these engagements. And I think I have enough other forces to punch through whatever's left. This is assuming they are all actual infantry and none are militia. Okay, this is not what I want to see. Never mind, that went really well. Eek, that's our worst loss yet. Come on, not you two. Alright. Oh, they still have a full health? Oh, that's really not good. Okay, we're using this one. I don't want to, but... Oh yeah, of course, they still had 3 full healths. Dang it. Okay, Panzer Grenadiers now. This is not ideal. This isn't going as well as I hoped it would. But Panzer Grenadiers have made the difference in battles before. I think this means they only have 1 actual healthy guy left. And then they have a 4 hit pointer and a few 3s, and the rest are 2s and 1s. Dang it. He was regular, so now he's a vet. Oh my word, are you kidding? This one guy is just killing them all. Oh my word, we're just leveling them up now. Yep, that's another one. Oh, that guy didn't level up for some reason. Okay, we gotta use these. Come on, man. You can't do anything against him? Stugs, I guess. These are not attacking units. Still better than the alternatives. Is that an elite, at least? Okay. Infantry. Okay, this one matters. Yeah, no, the Panzer Grenadiers gotta do it. Okay. We got an elite now. Stug. Please. All I need is 2 hit points. Okay. Infantry. Is that a vet? Oh, that's a vet. Stug. Right, I still have a few of these. Even better. These can't attack twice? That's good to know for the future. Okay, we did it. Boy, that went poorly. Well, that is, what, 1 or 2 convoys? Maybe, I think they only had one. One convoy, all their lions, and a whole bunch of fighters down. That's gonna hurt their remaining forces by a lot. Boom. Okay, that's an actual infantry, but doesn't matter. I've got these. These can kill them. Okay, we're just gonna bring everyone in. And, you, I guess. Go here. Everyone else. We're just gonna... Oops. We're just gonna fortify. And you can clean that. Okay, well. We won, but that was terrible. Down to 3 panzers. I lost, what? 5 of the things, if not more. And they're all injured badly. I lost all but a few Panzer Grenadiers. Did I lose all of my Panzer Grenadiers? Oh. No, I've got 1 left. And then a few Stugs. And some infantry. That went poorly. But I think it hurt them pretty bad. It was also the final island, the last place we will have to invade navally. Oh my word, they are down to 17 of those Spitfires. They have 2 more Lions somewhere. I thought they were mostly in there. But they don't have any convoys. That was it. They still have 2 Typhoons. Whichever Spitfire that is, and whichever one that is, they got 1 of each of those. But the main ones, which are their 9s, I believe, they had like 50 of them. Now they're down to 17. So, yeah, no, definitely worth it. That cut the heart out of their remaining fighters. They got almost nothing left. Cool. Well, that's good progress. So next turn, then, next episode, we should be taking Columbia, hopefully Nashville, and Crescent City. I don't think we're going to get Denver or St. Louis or Miami until the following turns, but once we get those 3, you know, that'll put us in an even better position. And from Columbia, I don't know, but we may be able to take Raleigh. It depends. I'm going to try to focus fire on both. We might be able to surge up and grab them. And if we do take those and Nashville, then we can really start hitting the Rust Belt and just start, you know, yoinking important cities. And then, you know, America and New York, or America, Washington and New York are right there, taking both of those. Big wins. Yeah, no, we're looking pretty good. Once we can take all that, our forces can start hitting the big Canadian cities up here too. Not that it matters much. I'm pretty sure Canada's had to sacrifice almost everything it has just to keep the lights on. And we're going to keep on making that harder for them too. I'm curious, is this a transport? It is a transport. So, yeah, no, they're trying to bring actual soldiers in, but I think I can stop them from actually getting through. Like, they can go up and around if they want to, maybe. No, they can't. Because of where this all stands. They would have to actually... I don't think they can get through at all. Cool, so I can keep those forces locked in. Then I just have to take the rest of the coast before something gets here from Japan or Hawaii. Because I know that they have stuff in these areas. Alright, well that's going to be it for this one. If you haven't yet, please check the link in the description for my book. If you like the look of it, give it a read. And if you like the read, give it a positive review. Otherwise, thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next one.